In this video, we're going to be going over which are the best budget cards to be buying right now at the end of Season 5 in NBA 2K23 My Team, and just going over really good budget cards for different price points I think you guys should be buying if you're trying to build a budget squad, or even some cards that can play on most teams in the game that maybe aren't God Squad. So a very good budget card to start off with for about under 10,000 MT. First off, I want to start talking about cards that are under 10,000 MT that are really cheap budget cards, maybe 5 to 10,000 MT range, and then at the end of the video, I'll talk more about some like 15 to 25,000 MT budget cards and just overall cards that are really good that I do think are super cheap. So the first card I do want to talk about is going to be this Desanya Diop. Now I think it's like Dop or something like that. I don't even pronounce his name, but he's actually going to be under 10,000. I would say he's around 7 to 8,000 MT, which is extremely good value for how good of a center this card is. I mean, he's only about 8,000 MT, and he is easily the best budget center in the game. I mean, under 20,000 MT, this is going to be the best center you guys are going to be able to find, and I feel like for that value is super nice to have. You guys can see right here, 7,000 MT for the card. If we take a look at his stats, I mean, he's 7 foot. He weighs 300 pounds, so he's going to have a really good player model to get paint stops. Stats wise, only a 78 3 ball, but he does have the Chris Bosh base and the Oscar Robertson upper on quick timing, so he's got a really good jump shot. Very easy to green with this card. And then you take a look at the standing dunk and the driving dunk. I mean, the card can really finish at the rim, and he's also a great defender. 94 block, 94 interior defense, also having an 88 steal and an 88 perimeter. I mean, just all around is going to be the best budget center you guys will be able to find. I actually want to buy one for my squad. Like, I think he definitely can play on a lot of people's teams. If you don't have the Yao Ming, if you don't have the D-Rob, the Kareem, you know, the Kristaps, you don't have those top 4 or 5 centers, I mean, the next best option for a budget has to be this Desanya card. I mean, he's an absolute beast at the center position. I think at the 5, I mean, he'd be my best center to play right now. I mean, I would say, honestly, it's not even close. Like, he's way better than a Galaxy Yi. He's a little bit better than a Walker Kessler, in my opinion. Kessler probably play my backup 4 for now, backup 5, I should say, for now. But I think this Diop card is an absolute beast at the center position, and I'm definitely happy with that purchase. I think he's a great budget card to run at the center spot. Some other really good names in this high-res set as well that are under 10,000 MT is going to be this Alex Caruso. He's only about 5,000 MT, so he's on that super low budget range. You know, Diop is about 7,000 MT, which is a little bit more, but you can easily find a Caruso for about 5,000 MT, maybe even a little bit cheaper, and that is a really good price tag for this point guard card. I mean, he plays good defense in game. He's 6'5". He's good at going to the basket, and all around, I mean, I don't really have to show you guys too much of his stats. I mean, it's just a typical Caruso card, a very good defender, 81 block, 95 perimeter, 90 interior defense with a 90 steal. He's also got tons of good Hall of Fame defensive badges. Like, you look at the badges, he's got Hall of Fame anchor, Hall of Fame clamps, glove, interceptor, off-ball pass, which is really nice to have on your point guard. So for me, Caruso is another really good budget card for under 10,000 MT. Pokachevsky is a little bit more expensive, so don't really want to include him in this video because he does go, I mean, he's down to 20,000 MT. Damn, the super packs has caused the market to crash. Like he was yesterday, he was like 35,000 MT. So we'll talk about Poku here later in the video. But Jeremy Shohan, another amazing, I would say probably one of the more underrated budget cards in the game for under 10,000 MT. And he's more of like that Diop price where he's about 7,000, actually a little bit lower. It looks to be around 6,000 MT, which is extremely good value for a lockdown small forward. I mean, if you guys are looking for a good defender and you want a card that can guard ball and be your best lockdown, I mean, that is going to be this Jeremy Shohan. He's got a 97 block, 97 steal, 97 perimeter with a 95 interior defense. He's also going to be fairly quick. I mean, 95 speed, 95 acceleration. He's also got a 95 speed with ball, and he's really athletic. Like, he's got a 95 vertical, 94 strength, and a 98 lateral quickness. I mean, just all around, those are some great stats on the card. And then defensively, he's got, you know, Hall of Fame anchor, Hall of Fame clamps, glove, menace, post lockdown, workhorse. And then even offensively, he's got the clamp breaker, he's got the quick first step on Hall of Fame, and then he's also got Hall of Fame catch and shoot. So he should be able to knock down threes. Jump shot isn't my favorite release in the game, and it might be a little bit slower, but I think if you guys are looking for a lockdown defender for under 10,000 MT, Jeremy Shohan is going to be your must go-to guy. Ricky Davis, obviously too expensive, but Evan Turner, another really good budget card. Like, this high-res set, I'm not kidding, had so many great budget cards. This Diop, you know, Caruso, you know, even Poku, we'll talk about here later in the video, Jeremy Shohan, you know, Evan Turner, all just amazing budget cards for under 10,000 MT. In the Phenom set, there wasn't really too many. I mean, I would say Darius Miles and Jabari Parker, these are great budget cards to have on your lineup. I mean, mean, they're both around, you know, 5 to 7,000 MT, and they're both amazing small forwards. Like Jabari's got great dribble sigs for being a 6'8" small forward. He's got the Kemba Walker escape, the Trae Young's, he's got the Kemba Walker size up and the Trae Young escape, which is a great combo in my opinion, especially for a 6'8" small forward. So he can really move at a very high level. And then Darius Miles is good at going to the rim and does have a good jump shot, and he is 6'9" at the small forward position. Another really good budget card if you guys are looking for a center. I mean, it kind of has to be Eddie Curry or James Wiseman, because once again, there's just not that many great budget centers in the game for under 10,000 MT, and it's super annoying in my opinion. I wish we had better options to go to, but if you guys are looking for a budget big, a budget center, your number one option should be the Diop card, and then after that, for number 2 and number 3, it's really between James Wiseman and Eddie Curry. Both really good center cards. It's just their jump shots really do hurt the card in the long run. So Eddie Curry, James Wiseman, if you guys are looking for some budget centers, I think are probably the number 2 and 3rd best option right after that Pink Diamond Diop. And then kind of just talking about a couple more cards for under 10,000 MT, and then we'll move on to like the 15 to 25k. Matisse Thybulle, another really good point guard option. I would say he's actually better than Caruso and Evan Turner, so this is maybe the best budget point guard for under 10,000 MT, and he only goes for 5k. I mean, the market is so low right now with the super packs coming out yesterday. So if you guys are looking for a point guard, I think Matisse Thybulle is really good. If we quickly check his stats, I mean, 92 3 ball, 87 mid-range, but defensively is where this card's going to be at. 94 interior defense, 97 perimeter, 98 steal, 98 block. I mean, this card's ridiculous on the defensive end, and then does have a capable jump shot. Herb Jones, another really just solid defensive card in the game at the shooting guard spot. Al Horford, another just really amazing budget card. He's 6'10" at the shooting guard spot. I'm just naming a bunch of names that you guys can go look into more detail and see if you really like their jump shots and all that type of stuff. But in my opinion, all these names I'm naming are just amazing budget cards for under 10,000, and a lot of these cards are only 5,000 MT. I think that's pretty much it though for like the 10,000 MT or lower cards. I mean, MPJ, I think he's a little bit more expensive like that, and I would honestly say Jabari Parker and Darius Miles might be even better than an MPJ card, and they're way better for their price tag. In the highlight reel, I mean, James Wiseman's pretty good, like I mentioned. Lance Stevenson is not bad. Cameron Reddish also is pretty solid as well. How much does a Reddish card go for? Yeah, so Reddish is another decent shooting guard. I do prefer Herb Jones and Al Horford if you guys are looking for 2 guards. So unless you want an offensive guy, I would just get Herb Jones or Al Horford. But talking about some more expensive budget cards that are around the 20 to 25k range, I think the first guy you definitely have to mention is this Pink Diamond Luke Walton. Oh, he's 16,000? Bro, what happened with the market? The market is absolutely in the floor. 16k for Luke Walton. If you guys watch my video where I sold my entire team, man, I sold at the perfect time, and that's what I told you guys. I told you guys to sell your cards before the super packs come out, because people don't realize how much those have effect on the market before a new season drops. If you guys see in that video, I sold my Luke Walton for 27,000 MT, and I maybe could have even got a little bit more, and right now he's around 15,000 MT. That is a crazy decrease. And same thing with Poku. Like if you look at that Poku card, the Pink Diamond Poku from the high res set, he was about 30 to 35k. Now you can find him even lower than 20,000 MT. So Poku and Luke Walton, I think, are both must-have cards for a lot of people's lineups for the budget teams. I mean, even on my squad, like he was my starting point guard or my bench point guard behind Scotty Barnes, and I don't have the best team in the game. I definitely don't have the Jimmy Butlers, the Cades, but if you don't have those crazy cards like that go for like 300-400k per card for the Jimmy Butler, the Devin Booker, the Cade Cunningham, if you don't have that much MT to spend on those cards for the point guard spot, I mean, Luke Walton is probably your best option for value-wise, because yes, he is worse than a Cade Cunningham, he's worse than a Jimmy Butler, he's worse than a Devin Booker for sure. Those cards are better in my opinion, but I mean, he's not like that much worse, and for only 15,000 MT, such a good value card. He's 6'8" at the 1, has a very good jump shot, plays really good defense in game with an 85 block, 92 interior defense, 92 perimeter, 92 steal. So I'd say Luke Walton and Poku are definitely your must go to guys if you're looking for like budget cards that are around the, I guess now, 15 to 20,000 MT range. I did not realize that these cards were that cheap. So Poku, Luke Walton, 100% I would recommend if you guys are looking for some budget cards for that price tag. I mean, this Deadlift Shrimp card, he's another really good small forward for about 15k, maybe even a little bit cheaper. I would say one of the more underrated small forwards in the game. He's got a great jump shot, plays good defense in game, and he does have very good dribble sigs. Like his movement for a 6'10" small forward is absolutely ridiculous. So Deadlift Shrimp, another really good budget card. Like I said, Poku, Luke Walton, those cards are absolute beasts at the point guard and the small forward position. And then Gary Payton, I would say go for Luke Walton because they're around the same price, and I would say Luke Walton is definitely better than a card like Gary Payton. But maybe you're looking for a backup point guard and you don't like Matisse Thybulle, you don't like Caruso, or you don't like Evan Turner. I think Gary Payton is also another really fun card to use. I mean, he's a great defender, gets a lot of pluck steals, and does have a very good jump shot and very good dribble stakes with the Trae Young escape. And then his jump shot is on very quick timing, and he's also got the Trae Young fade. So if you guys play on current gen, that's a way to shoot fades on current and also on next gen. If you know how to use the Trae fade, it can be one of the best jump shots in the game, like one of the best ways to score. But yeah, I mean, you could maybe go after MPJ if you wanted to. I would just get a Poku, go ahead and get a Poku Chesky, even a Jeremy Shohan, a Jabari Parker, a Detlef Schrempf. I think all of those guys are better than an MPJ, but MPJ is still not bad for his price tag. How much did Rudy Gay go down in price? Because he was like 40, 50. What the hell? He's 26K? He might even be cheaper than that. He might be like 25. Dude, this card was consistently 40,000 MT plus before the super packs, and I just saw one there for under 25,000 MT. So I mean, he's not a bad small forward as well. I mean, maybe value wise, I personally like a Poku a little bit more, maybe a Detlef Schrempf, but Rudy Gay, another good. How cheap is Isaac? There's no way he's under 50K, right? This card has consistently been he's 50,000 MT. Nah, man, we are ridiculous. What the hell is this? Yo, cards are so cheap right now, man. 46,000 MT for Isaac. Man, he's like he's a top 5 small forward in the game, in my opinion. Holy, 40,000 MT is ridiculous for Jonathan Isaac. Wow, okay. I did not know cards were that cheap. Sorry, I just wanted a little bit of it. I did not realize cards were that cheap right now in the game. But yeah, guys, that's going to be all my best budget cards to be buying right now at the end of the season 5. And right now is clearly a great time to buy I might go buy Luke Walton, go buy Jonathan Isaac, and just make some MT that I sold them for a lot higher. Yeah, I might go buy those cards after this video, but let me know in the comment section down below if there's maybe any other really good budget cards I did miss out on. I don't think there's any too many great budget cards. I mean, AK is not bad, but just go ahead and get yourself a Shohei, Jeremy Shohan. He's so much better at the small forward position. I just said Shohei like Shohei Ohtani, but getting off track here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, make sure to drop a like and sub down below. And yeah, these are all my best budget cards in the game right now for different price points, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.